Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Ys VIII Lacrimosa of Dana Inferno walkthrough. This is the true last boss of the game, beginning of life. So if you did all the requirements correctly, guys, you are now in the exclusive VIP club of taking on the true last boss. This boss has over 400,000 HP. It has 3 HP bars. You have to hit this an incredible amount of times. It's a tough boss to learn at first, but once you understand what it does, it's fundamentally pretty simple. There's only one section where things can get awkward, and that is when it uses its big projectile move, because its projectile is white, the floor is white, the sky is white, everything is white, and it's very difficult to judge where the bloody thing is. If it was easier to see that projectile, this boss would be considerably easier. And if you're good at parrying that particular projectile, you will have windows for damage that I would never dream of, because it's such a good opportunity because it's so active and it's so long. However, I'm just going to smack this bitch in the face. My strategy is simple, guys. I'm going to use Brave Charger whenever I get a parry, but I'm going to angle it to the left, holding the controller completely to the left, or angle it to the right, holding the controller completely to the right. And you might be thinking, why are you doing this, Chris? And it's because the tip of this boss's head is its weak point, and because of the way that the Brave Charger works, if you attack away from the boss, you will hit it on your back edge, and it will enable you to hit for really high damage. Do you see the 11,000 damage? That is pretty much as good as it gets when it comes to my character. Something to bear in mind with this boss that's a real big pain in the ass is that every phase change between a HP bar, so when he goes from green to yellow to red, every one of those transitions, he will knock you away with a move that paralyzes you. And the paralysis lasts for a long time. You witnessed me swapping characters just then to try to get out of it quicker, or to try to play as a character who wasn't hit by it, because the AI can sometimes evade it. That is one of those things where the only way to really dodge that is by either guarding, dodging, or by being invincible when that transition happens. But aggression is key here, guys. Chase the boss down, guard that water, get that Brave Charger, carry those iframes into the fight. On this third phase, the boss gets a lot more aggressive and a lot quicker, so just watch out for him. Hope that he does his left and right hooks. The hooks are the easiest move that he does to parry. He has his shield. When you break this shield, it will shatter, and the fragments of the shattered shield do hurt you. And then here is the big ball of doom that's really hard to see. I'm just going to run away from it. It's not the easiest thing to run away from because there's a limit to this arena. You're actually stood on what is kind of like a piece of crystal or a piece of ice, and it's really tough to tell when you're near the edge. So the amount of times I've been running away from that and I've run into an invisible wall because I was at the edge of the boundary, it happens a lot. I'm going to make this fight look really easy, guys, but it doesn't mean that it is. This boss took me a long time to get this footage. And it's just because it has so much HP. But it is a true last boss, so you expect it to be really difficult. You know, if you've ever played any of the cave shooters, to unlock the true last bosses in those games, you have to do incredibly difficult things. And then when the true last boss turns up, it shoots the kind of patterns that only a robot could even hope to dodge. Like, it's really crazy how hard those bosses are. So, in a true last boss fashion, tons of HP, tons of moves, tons of damage. But hopefully, this video can be your guide to see what I do, show the dodges that I make, the punishes that I choose to do, the way that I approach it, and then with your own skill and a little bit of my knowledge combining the two, you'll get your trophy for beating the game on Nightmare or above and seeing the true ending. But there you go, guys. That was Ys VIII, a game that I absolutely adore, and anybody who interacted with this walkthrough and watched it, I adore you as well, because I know that it's not doing well on the channel. I know it's a very niche title and no one's really heard of it. I know the game looks like a PS2 game. I know it's very easy to judge things by how they look. But if you give this series a chance, guys, it has such a wealth of greatness that I think people have yet to tap into. And I will see each and every one of you when Ys IX drops and I cover that, because this series deserves attention and I cannot wait for that game. So thank you so much for watching, and you take care now.